going to get the chance to actually start planning this essay for the topic that we started looking at on Tuesday, which was the question was, should kids be physically active every day? And we all agreed that the answer for our essay is going to be yes. There was just so much research to back this up. And we had reasons from facts. We had our own opinion reasons on why we said that yes, kids should be physically active every day. And some of you got a head start on writing your thesis statement. Some of you were absent, so you didn't get a head start on that. And some of us just didn't finish making it, but that's okay because everyone's going to get the chance to think about their thesis statement. So looking at this graphic organizer, it kind of breaks down what your essay has to include, just so that when you start planning it, you do the hard work. That way, when you're actually writing it, you just kind of plug in all of these pieces into your actual essay. So notice every opinion essay is going to have a hook of some sort. Every essay is going to have a thesis statement. And then your 3 reasons that have examples backing up each reason or details or even facts. And then lastly, your conclusion, which is going to kind of just wrap up your paper nicely and restate that thesis statement. Because remember, you want to leave your reader with your opinion so that that's what they remember. So I'm going to show you how this essay organizer works. My topic's going to be different. It's going to be about cell phones in class, just so that your ideas can be yours and you're not copying anything from me, or I'm not trying to spark any new things for you. So let's go ahead and look at mine. So notice I filled out each section, so I'm just going to take you through this and then I'll kind of talk to you on how I would move this into my actual essay. So the top 2 boxes, the hook and the thesis statement, are really going to make up that introduction section of my writing. And notice the hook that I used was an onomatopoeia and kind of a mixing of setting the scene, so that setting. Ring, ring. Imagine you're in the middle of a math test working on a long division problem that has been taking you 5 whole minutes, and you get distracted by the ring of a cell phone. You don't remember what step you left off on, and you glare at your classmate that is happily texting on their phone in the middle of class. So that's my hook. That's what is getting my reader's attention, and they kind of can tell that the paper is going to be maybe about texting in class or cell phones in class or something, and it kind of already sets that tone that maybe I'm against having cell phones in class. And then the thesis statement, I believe that students should not have cell phones in school because they can be a distraction, it can lead to cyberbullying, and it's disrespectful to teachers and students. So this is where I clearly state my opinion so that my reader knows exactly what my essay is going to be about. So that thesis statement, again, just gave brief explanations of my reasons, because then those boxes in the middle of this paper are going to have the more detailed reasons as to why I do not want cell phones in school. So now each of these reasons would plug into my body paragraphs. And notice that I start off with some cool transition words like one reason, secondly, lastly, to really transition my reader into the different reasons that I have. So I'm going to read through reason 1. One reason that cell phones shouldn't be allowed in school is because they can be distracting. To start, there's a reason cell phones are not allowed when driving a vehicle. When you are on your cell phone, you are not paying attention to much else. Although classwork isn't life or death like driving a car, it still requires you to focus in order to be successful. Now I'm going to move on to reason 2. Secondly, having a cell phone in school can lead to cyberbullying. At times, people feel like just because they are behind a screen, they can say unkind things to others. Not having a phone can take this type of bullying out of the equation during school hours. This helps students feel safe here at school. And then last, my reason 3. Lastly, cell phones can be disrespectful. Ringtones, vibrations, or any sound coming from your phone can be a distraction to other students trying to learn. Also, when a teacher is teaching, it isn't respectful to text or play on your cell phone. You should be making eye contact with your teacher instead. So again, those 3 reasons boxes would be my 3 different body paragraphs within my essay. So I've hit on that introduction paragraph, my 3 body paragraphs, and then this conclusion is going to kind of wrap up my paper. As you can see, cell phones in school wouldn't be great for students or teachers. It would affect student learning in a negative way. I believe that students should not have cell phones in school because they can be a distraction, it can lead to cyberbullying, and it's disrespectful to teachers and students. And again, I left them off with my thesis statement. When we read longer readings, we tend to really remember the beginning that got our attention and then the end because it's the last thing we read. So stating that thesis statement twice, once at the beginning and once at the end, really make sure that the reader is understanding what your opinion is and maybe even remembering it enough to change their mind. So again, make sure you're using this graphic organizer just to help you get organized with your writing and just to think out things so that you're not in the middle of an essay and having writer's block on what your third reason might be. Do the hard work now so that it's not hard later.